All right, everybody, welcome to our first Go Team meeting of the school year 22 this year. So I just wanted to welcome you all here. And we've got a lot of business to take care of today. So I'm going to start sharing my screen so you can see. All right, so we're going to go ahead and call the meeting to order. And we'll do a quick roll call. So I am here. Ms. Reese is here. Ms. McGuire is not here. Ms. Thomas, is she here? I don't see her yet. She should be coming. Ms. Favors is here. Ms. Hines is here. Ms. Younger is here. Ms. Ryan is here. Do we have a quorum? I do believe we have a quorum. All right, so the agenda for today is here. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Okay. All in favor? Any opposed? All right, very good. All right, so we're going to start by electing our officers for this year. So again, I'm going to have to stop sharing for just a moment so I can open a document. And the first office that we're going to be selecting is the Go Teams chair. Right now, Ms. Favors is acting as the secretary. However, we will be voting on that particular office. So we'll go ahead and start with the Go Teams chair. I will now open the floor to receive nominations for the Go Teams chair. Would anyone like to nominate anyone for the Go Teams chair?
I nominate Carla Davis for Go Team Chair.
Ms. Davis is actually unable to be nominated. She is just here as support tonight. She is unable, unfortunately, to be the Go Teams chair.
Yep, my term is up.
She's just here because she's wonderful and she's just supporting.
I nominate Ms. Reese.
All right, does anyone second that nomination?
I second.
Awesome. All right. Any other nominees for the Go Teams chair? All right, would the nominee like to decline the nomination? Please don't decline.
No, I won't decline.
All right, so if there are no further nominations, I will close the floor. We will begin the confirmation process. We have Shayna Reese being considered for the Go Teams chair. The nomination for chair, the nominees for chair is Ms. Reese. For this nomination of Ms. Reese to fill the position of the Go Team chair, all in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? So can you guys send the link? Ms. Davis, will you send the link to Ms. Garrett? She just sent us all an email. I'm gonna forward it to you. Will you send her the link to get into the meeting?
Okay.
Sorry, everyone. Congratulations, Ms. Reese. You will serve as the Go Team Chair for this school year. All right, next we will elect the Vice Chair. We do have another person coming into the meeting, so if we'll just give it a minute so that everyone has the opportunity to be nominated. We'll just give it just one more minute if you guys don't mind. Ms. Davis, as soon as you've given her that link, will you let me know, please, so I can make sure I'm looking out for her to come into the meeting?
Okay, it's sent.
Oh, Ms. Thomas is joining us as well, so we can add her to the roster. Hi, Ms. Thomas.
It's sent. I don't,
Okay, no problem.
okay.
How you doing, Ms. Thomas? Oh, Thomas had to. Give it just another second, guys. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Hey, Ms. Thomas, how you doing?
Great, how are you?
Good. Ms. Thomas, why'd you let Ethan get to be that tall?
Overnight.
Like, it's crazy.
Listen, Gabrielle is your height.
Oh, I can't wait. You guys tell her to come see me.
Yeah. She's actually your height. So it's just kind of overnight for both of us.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and continue. I was trying to wait for Miss Garrett to get in. I've given her my phone number so she's able to call me if she's having difficulty. So we will now elect the vice chair. I will now open the floor for vice chair nominations. Would anyone like to nominate someone for the vice chair position?
I nominate Ms. Favors.
No. Would anyone like to second that nomination?
I'll second the nomination.
Ms. Favors, would you like to decline the nomination?
No.
Awesome. All right. If there are no further nominations, I'll close the floor. We will begin the confirmation process. We have Cherie Favors being considered for the vice chair seat. For the nomination of Cherie Favors to fill the position of chair, all in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Please say abstain. Congratulations, Ms. Favors. You will serve as the Go Team Chair for this school year. Next, we will elect the secretary. I will now open the floor to receive secretary nominations. Oh, someone's got to do it. And it can't be me. In school, we call this appropriate wait time. Thank you for joining us, Ms. Garrett. We are nominating candidates for the position of secretary. Would anyone like to make a nomination for the position of secretary? Ms. Thomas, I thought you turned your camera off as a way of saying you are uninterested.
No, I'm actually on my phone, so I'm kind of trying to
I got you.
use it, and it's not like using my laptop, so I'm sorry.
I'm just messing with you. We have any nominations for the position of secretary?
I think she was volunteering herself and she didn't know how to unmute the button on her phone.
Oh, I thought that someone had nominated Ms. Younger or Ms. Ryan. I thought, I didn't know if I heard correctly, but I might
I
have.
nominate Ms. Bryan.
Ms. Ryan, awesome.
I nominate Ms. Younger.
Ms. Younger and Ms. Ryan. That's awesome. They didn't second either of those nominations.
I second Miss Younger.
I second Ms. Ryan.
Do either of the candidates decline their nomination? Great. At this time, all in favor for Ms. Ryan as the secretary, please say aye.
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 All in favor of Ms. Younger as secretary, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed to Ms. Ryan in the seat of secretary? Any abstentions? Please say abstain.
Abstain.
We have one abstain. Abstention. Any opposed to Ms. Younger in the seat of secretary? Please say nay. Any abstain?
I'll abstain on that one too.
Congratulations, Ms. Ryan. You will serve as the Go Team secretary.
Thank you.
And last, we have the Go Team cluster representative. Any nominees for the Go Team cluster representative?
Can I nominate myself?
You can.
Okay, I'd like to nominate myself.
Anyone want to second the nomination for Ms. Younger as the cluster representative?
I
second.
second.
I'm sorry?
I second.
Excellent. For the seat of cluster representative, we have Miss Ebony Younger. All in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions, please say abstain. Congratulations, Ms. Younger. You will serve as the Go Team's cluster representative.
Thank you.
Awesome. So our new secretary, Ms. Younger, Ms. Ryan, I will be forwarding you our meeting minutes for you to take meeting notes from this meeting forward. Ms. Favor will continue to act in that role for us today just to support our first Go Team meeting. But following this meeting, that will be one of your responsibilities. So thank you so much for accepting that role and responsibility today. All right, let's get to it. Hold on, let me share my screen again. All right, so we have some discussion items for today. The first one is our school improvement plan. Our school improvement plan has been developed, and the school improvement plan was developed with the APS 5 in mind. And so the APS 5 is the new initiative of the kind of overarching goals that the district has related to student achievement, including data, curriculum and instruction, the whole child, personalized learning, and signature programming. Those are the APS 5. And so the signature program was created to address those different initiatives here at Perkerson Elementary School. Of course, our main goals continue to be curriculum and instruction related to reading and math improvement for improving the number of students who are proficient, performing at proficient or above. And so the goals as stated so far are that we will increase by 3% from not 2020's milestone data, because we know that that data was retrieved during a pandemic, but it will be the data from 2019. Does anyone have any questions about the school improvement plan or the process, any of the information related into that particular document? Okay, if you do, we can always come back to it. The next one is COVID protocols. So we have some specific mitigation strategies in place right now. Those are including our surveillance testing. Those have gone from 1 time a week to 2 times a week for our staff, and then 1 time a week for students. Of course, we are continuing to work with our students to wear their masks so that it covers their nose and their mouth. It's tricky for the boys and girls, but the teachers are doing a great job reinforcing that expectation. We are also requiring the boys and girls to be 3 feet apart when they have their masks on per CDC guidelines, and then 6 feet apart when their masks are off at lunch and recess. Then in addition to that, we do, of course, encourage the washing of hands regularly, and each classroom has been provided with hand sanitizer as an additional layer for cleaning in the classroom. Of course, you know that the community spread at this time is very significant as it relates to COVID, but we continue to be diligent to ensure that our boys and girls and our staff are as safe as possible. Anyone have any questions about our COVID protocols so far? All right. Of course, if you have any questions about that, you can always ask those questions. Maybe they'll come to you later. But we also are going to talk a little bit about enrollment and the leveling update. So I'm going to find out on September 20th where we are with leveling. At this point, we were projected to have 338 children, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And at this point, we have 316 students at this time. So that means that we are 22 students behind right now. And what that means is that at leveling time, the district will let us know what amount of money we will have to give back to the district. And that could come in the form of teachers and or other staff members. So we are keeping our fingers crossed that additional students will enroll between now and September 20th, once that, or before September 20th, once that leveling information comes out. Are there any questions about our enrollment or leveling? Awesome. All right, so we have a universal screener that the district has implemented. Actually, we have two. The first one is a academic universal screener. It's called the MAP test. It's created by a company called NWEA. And this is a screener that the district is using to measure progress and to measure student performance and achievement in both reading and math. All of the students in the building from kindergarten to 5th grade are taking this assessment, and then that data is being used to inform both our instructional practices and the intervention block that is also an initiative by the district. Our second universal screener is a behavior universal screener. It's called the BASC-3. This particular assessment is a behavior screener used for those students who may be at risk for emotional and social needs. So it will give us information to be able to determine if we need to begin an intervention process through our care team, counseling services, for students who may be at risk for some type of social or emotional supports. Does anyone have any questions about our universal screener?
I have a question about the universal screener.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, this is Mrs. Garrett. Hey, everybody. My question is, do the pre-K students get screened? And follow-up question, are there any resources that are already in the pipeline for children who are identified as needing additional emotional social support? Are there any resources that you guys already have kind of lined up to address those needs of those students?
That's a great question, Ms. Garrett. So as far as pre-K students are concerned, pre-K and kindergarten students, and I think even up to 1st grade students, are going to get a form where parents will have the ability to go through some questioning related to their children, because the screener requires their ability to read and then to respond to questioning. And of course, our pre-K babies aren't able to do that. So as far as that particular assessment is concerned at this point, I do not believe that they're going to be screened using that in the same way our 3rd through 5th grade students will be screened. However, there are opportunities to work with our pre-K teacher to talk about any indicators of risk factors related to the emotional well-being of our younger babies here at Perkerson and throughout the district. As it relates to the second question, so I'm going to answer that in 2 parts. So in-house, we are working with our NTSS coordinator, that's the multi-tier system of support for students, on supports that we can do in the building to support the social and emotional needs of our students. So the first one is for everyone, which is that we have an SEO time that the teachers engage in every single day. We also just ask that the SEO time isn't just the SEO time, but that it is kind of integrated throughout the language and throughout the interactions that teachers have with students throughout the day. The second part of that is within the school, we have what we call a check-in, check-out system. So there are students who may have been identified or who will be identified in the future as just needing some additional support, a mentor perhaps, and those students will be checking in with a staff member and checking out with a staff member where they'll be making goals and they'll be talking about strategies that they can use to manage themselves here while they're at school. So those are 2 things that we have going on here at the school. Then in addition to that, we offer what we have wraparound services. So wraparound services is how the social worker and counselor will connect families to outside counseling services, food services, clothing services to take care of some of those other needs that our boys and girls may have that are outside the realm of what we can take care of during the school day. Does that answer your question, Ms. Garrett?
Yes, it does. Thank you so much. Do you guys have an agency that you're already working with? Is it Chris 180 or a different one for your mental health services for wraparound?
We just changed at the end of the year, and to be honest with you, Ms. Garrett, I don't remember what the name of the agency is, but it did change, and I can get that information to you from our social worker.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. Ford.
You're welcome, no problem. Any other questions about the universal screener? All right, so the milestone results. You guys know that last year we took the milestone. It was optional for the boys and girls. We didn't have a high percentage of participation, excuse me, but we did have some students participate. I think the scores in general were as to be expected, considering that the children were learning from home. So we are looking forward to the milestone scores for this year. Those scores have been released and they'll be going home to students so parents can see them. So we're not going to talk about specific data at this point until parents have had some exposure to it and an opportunity to kind of mill that over and ask us any questions. But the milestone results, I'm going to just say as a principal, they were as to be expected when children have been learning from their living room for a year and a half. So any questions about the milestones? All right. The next one, and it's not on this agenda, but we are going to talk about it, is signature programming. Currently in the district, every cluster, where the Carver cluster, has what's called a signature program. And it's an overarching program that kind of undergirds what the instruction looks like in the school. And currently in the Carver cluster, the signature program is college and career. We will be transitioning from college and career to STEAM. And so because we're transitioning to STEAM, this year we will finish our year as a college and career signature program, but we will be moving to STEAM. And so I just wanted to kind of put that on the table to first see if you all had any questions about that, what that may look like, or any questions about how that may impact our school. But I wanted to let you all know that that is, we're in the works of dealing with that right now.
And when is that change going to occur again?
So it will begin, we will begin the process of transitioning for the school year 23, so for next fall. What we're doing right now is putting together a team of teachers and support staff to begin the planning process. So we are already talking about what that's going to look like and planning for that and thinking about how it will impact the budget and things of that nature this year, but it will actually be exposed to the children next year in the fall.
And
Got it. Thank you.
informed, oh, I'm sorry. What informed you guys' decision to transition from a college readiness to STEAM?
Oh man, that's a great question, Ms. Garrett. So for several reasons. The first thing is that the entire district is college and career ready, right? So as a program, it did not really provide us with an identity, right? Because really we were underneath what was already occurring. The district vision is all about getting our kids to be college and career ready for life, right? And so saying we're college and career wasn't significantly different to the work that we were already doing. The second thing is that based on our new charter documentation, it's required that schools have the ability to get, what's the word I'm looking for, like certified in the signature program, right? And there wasn't really a way to go through a certification process for college and career. So it's not that we're going to leave the idea of exposing our kids to colleges and careers, because that's a part of what the entire district is doing. But this will actually put us in a program that we're actually able to get some support from a larger organization that will inform what our programming looks like, as well as provide for us an identity within the signature programs. So our signature program is changing, as well as Midtown's. Y'all, the lights just went out, so I'm gonna stand up real quick so that I can turn them back on.
No, that's perfect. Thank you so much for answering.
No problem. Any other questions about the signature program? All right, so the last thing we're going to talk about today is the CARES Act funding. So the district was provided with some CARES funding, and based on an algorithm that I don't have a lot of information about, but I do know that it was based on student enrollment and some other factors, all the schools were allotted a certain amount of funding. I elected to use the funding that we got from CARES Act to hire an additional teacher for the next 2 years. Using that CARES funding. So basically, the thought process is, of course, the smaller we can get groups, the more we're able to support the needs and deficits of our students. So this additional teacher will act as a teacher who will be pushing into classrooms and providing support for our students. So we have that for the next 2 years with that CARES funding. Are there any questions about the CARES Act funding?
Is the teacher floating or assigned to a certain grade and or classroom?
She will be floating. She will have caseloads, just like the rest of the teachers who are what we consider, I call them my CIS. They all will have caseloads based on the needs of children in the classes that they go to. We're unable for scheduling purpose to just assign this teacher to some place because there are other requirements about that, which is actually changing again based on a meeting that I just left. But so she is assigned to several different classrooms to support both reading and math instruction.
Okay, that's awesome.
Are there any other questions about the CARES Act funding? Man, you guys had good questions for me today. All right, so I don't have any announcements. Do any of you have any announcements? Great. Would anyone like to make a motion to adjourn today's meeting?
I motion to adjourn the meeting.
Thank you, Ms. Thomas. Anyone like to second that motion?
I'll second the motion.
Second.
That's awesome. You guys are great. I have the best co-team on the planet. If you guys need anything at all, if you need me, please make sure that you reach out, let me know. I would love to sit and chat, let you know what's going on in the world of teaching and learning right now in the middle of pandemic. So you guys just give me a call whenever you want to so we can talk. I'm here for you. Your boys and girls make my heart smile every single solitary day. Actually, my staff does as well, y'all, because I have an amazing staff. They're amazing. So if you don't have anything else, I'll see you guys later.
Thanks, Mr. Ford. Bye.
Thanks. Thanks. Bye.
Bye, Ms. Thomas. You can have a potato chip. Ms. Favors.
Yes, stop recording.
Yes, let me.